this is Stevelor here. This is going to be a little bit different, a recording. I'm going to be watching myself play and doing a commentary that way. I'm not really used to this because this is, weird. I'm actually not really even watching the... it's just strange, you know? So here I'm like picking out the stats for my character and changing the name to Stevelora. I mean, look at that. Look at how cool that is. You could name yourself whatever you want. Anything. Anything. It's such an improvement. Such an amazing, amazing improvement. Who would have thought this guy would actually go through with something like that? Alright, so what I'll do here instead is, since I've been saying I was going to do this for a while, we'll make this a get-to-know Stevelor kind of deal. So I'll comment and I'll talk more about myself, and that way you guys can understand who I am, and you guys can understand why you shouldn't hate me the way you seem to hate me. So here's the deal, okay? I'm just a guy who likes to be powerful. I mean, who doesn't like to be powerful? You do, I do, fish do, birds do, animals do. Everything wants to be powerful. The difference between you and me is that I've already done it. You haven't. I have attained infinity in life. You have attained, I don't know, you guys get what, 70 years or something like that? It's something nominal. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you guys outlive fish and cats, so you got that going for you. But I mean, let's face it, you know, after the first 100 years, it gets a little old watching you guys die. But you guys did come up with this great idea called YouTube, and I really thought it was interesting. I mean, I liked watching these video games come out, and they were a lot of fun. And then I saw this YouTube thing, and I saw other people were like recording themselves playing videos, and I thought, well, I could do that, and I play so much better than these people. I mean, I'm like the best player of video games ever. I could play a game blindfolded and win even if I'd never touched it before. So that's why I got into this video commentating thing, because I'm really good at this. I mean, I'm so good at this that I would make your mom wish I was your kid, except for the fact that like she really wouldn't want something that doesn't have skin on it all over the place, because she likes, oh look, it's so squishy. Oh. You know, you humans love that kind of thing. That's why you like cats. They're fluffy and squishy. I don't get it. I don't. I look at cats and I'm like, well, why haven't those been eaten yet? I mean, they look kind of delicious if you take off the fur. So I don't really understand. I mean, I've used cats as weapons before, you know, when they're invading. Speaking of that, I know a lot of you have been wondering, where the hell have you been? It's been like months, and you haven't been doing almost anything. By the way, character was resting real quick. This is actually a really good run for this. You can see it in the spells. We've got lots and lots of really powerful spells. So we're going to do an amazing job this run. Anyway, back to why I've been busy. So we got invaded, like really, really badly. I lost a lot of stuff. I bought traps, and don't ever do this. If you have a problem with adventurers raiding your home, don't buy the cheap traps, because chances are it's a rogue scamming you so that he can sneak in. I mean, granted, the rogue didn't live, but I couldn't let a rogue just get away with that. I mean, you guys get where I'm coming from, right? You can't just let people push you around like that. Oh, you like that? Look at that. Strength 17, by the way. Plus 17. It's like the greatest gauntlets I've ever seen. I wish I could actually find some gauntlets like that. The best I ever seem to find are when fighters appear. Got a little teleport spell there. The best I can find is when like fighters appear and they have some like 8s. I mean, 8s are good, but they're never really all that great. The group that came in after me, they were pretty well decked out, I gotta say. You know, the fighter had the whole shebang. You know, big armor. You know, lots of glowing sword things, and he was a big guy. And I mean, you'd be amazed how simple it is to just point and, you know, say a word, and all of a sudden that guy falls over in a pile of dust. I mean, their wizard was pretty good, I gotta tell you. Although he was a little dumb. He kept using fireball I really think he just wanted to blow up my stuff more than he actually wanted to, like, hurt me. Because that's all he did. I mean, that's why I had to move. He blew up everything in my hideout. Everything. I mean, I had, like, notes, and he, like, blew those up. And he was targeting in weird places. Like, he would blow up my desk. I lost my desk. That was so dumb. I have to buy a new desk now. Who wants to buy a new desk? I mean, I got levitation, so it's not as hard to use a computer and, but I mean, you got to keep up, you got to keep up the ability to cast levitation. It gets really annoying. It makes you like my character here, fall asleep, you know. Well, I mean, if I fell asleep, you guys get the idea. I mean, I try to tell these things in like ways that you can comprehend. So here we level up the first time, we get our anatomy. Oh, well, no, this is the second time. I missed the first level up. That's how fast this is going. We leveled up really, really fast here. So anyway, it got invaded. I took care of things pretty well. I gotta say, I cleaned house, to use the figurative term, and no pun intended. Maybe pun intended. Sometimes I like to use puns, and I like to lie that I like to use puns. As you can see here, this is where I discover I don't have any food, and I start freaking out. Because food in this game is, yet again, the big culprit that will kill you if you don't have it. I kill off some mice. I mean, this is like an extermination quest. This was a really, really good run. So anyway, somebody asked me a question a while ago about some bolts. I honestly don't know. I would assume that if you had some bolts like that, you'd simply be able to like reach in your pocket probably and find them. Most people leave their things in their pocket. You don't know how many times like a rogue has been looking around for a potion as I'm like, grabbing him by the throat and turning his body into ashes. And like the thing he was looking for was right there in his pocket. I mean, it does make it hard to, to do when you're being held by the throat, but I mean, that shouldn't be that big a deal, right? Oh well, I mean, that's what rogues do though. I mean, once you grab a rogue, they're pretty much done for. Their whole gig is like, oh, let me get behind you and try to jab you in a vital spot. Pop secret here, rogues. Don't have vital spots. In order to have vital spots, you have to be alive. Stop trying to put knives in my back. It doesn't do anything. You get the fighter on the one side and you on the other side, and all you're doing is being dumb. Okay? Stop. You know who's got the right idea? That cleric that keeps trying to heal you and by accident keeps hurting me. Stop that guy. Or use that guy more. You want to beat me? Use that guy more. Come on. Think about it. I mean, I'm undead. The guy shoots like bands of like, look at us, I'm a good guy, I'm a good guy, I'm a good guy energy. I mean, I can't do anything about that. I just, I have to get away. If I don't get away, it's going to burn, and it burns a lot. No, I know you humans don't like burning. You guys are always talking about it in those commercials you have for like parts of your body. That's another thing. That's gross, by the way. You people in this place burns every month. I have this burn. Every day I have this burn. You guys are so weak. I mean, look. This game's a good example. I can take anything and make it really powerful. And yet, we all know what happens at the end of this video. I'm gonna die. This character, because they're human, is gonna die. It's just how it works. There's nothing I can do to save this human from dying. It's just going to happen. And that's dumb. You guys are terrible in that aspect. You guys just die to everything. I know I've said it before, but it's really, really maddening. You die to everything. Okay? Stop dying. It's really old. Really old. Now, enough ranting. Let's go back to the game. So, as you can see, I mean, you've been watching me right now force blast away pretty much everything that showed up. We had that cool scene with the blue portal thing that was going on. I have no idea what that was about. Maybe it was like in that other game, Portal. Maybe if I like opened an orange, maybe if I found like an orange one, we'd move from point to point. But I wasn't gonna look around for gems. I mean, that's just stupid. Look at that finger of death action. that was so amazing. You know, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You just look at a guy, you point your finger, and bam, they fall over dead. That's why fighters suck. They don't do anything against that. I mean, they try to be strong and they're like, "Look at me, I'm tough, I'm tough," and then you just point at them and they die. And occasionally they don't just fall over dead. They're not all super, super, weak. But the reality is, they die. That's what humans do. That's what you'll continue to do. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. I'm going to wrap up the video here.